Okay, I'm Real Spiel. Uh, Elijah as well. So this is my first video, and I'd like to start it off with saying that the world is undoubtedly fucked. Know that. If you're watching this and you have perhaps the same feelings as me, uh, know that you're not alone. That's the first step, right? In appreciating some sort of happiness in this, like I said, fucked up world. So on this channel, I think I'm just gonna be ranting, um, in different kinds of ways. This one is particularly the topic of this one is why do we overthink? Why do we do it? I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the person who's empty and who's lonely rather in a room full of people. The person that has a lot of friends but not a lot of like really really close ones. Like real people that you just kind of that they know you, who you are. Can you really say that you know a lot of people who know who you are? No, you can't. And I hate to sound pretentious, but that's why you're watching this video. So back to the topic at hand, right? So I mean, there's different things that we ever think about. Right now, I'm kind of going through a thing with this girl that I really really like, uh, and I thought, fuck it, let's make a YouTube video. So girls. Girls are responsible for the highest highs and the lowest lows. You know that. And it could be guys. It's not discriminating. It could be girls. It could be guys. It could be anything in between. Love. Why do we overthink love? Should be the best way to phrase it. I boiled it down to these things. I had it as things like we feel we can make mistakes. We feel as if there are thoughts that they have that we don't know anything about. Things that we can't control. Um, we feel as if we're not good enough, and that's really the root of a lot of problems that many many people have. And then finally, this is the thing that really we shouldn't think, but we always have in our minds a thought such as like, well, there could be another. There could be another man, woman in between. Hopefully not child, you fucking creep. Okay, enough weird shit. But I had it as overall, we don't want to lose said person. For whatever reason, I mean, Jesus. For whatever reason, we feel as if in the present moment, said person needs to be in our life. And whether it be out of, like you love them so much or what have you, or even just something like you literally need them, like it's a necessity, and without them you're finished. But yeah, we don't want to lose them. In my case, it'd be girls. Girls are just they're awesome. They're great to talk to. They're interesting. As a guy, I don't see a lot of feminine energy, and that's really something I can appreciate. When you're going out with like the boys every fucking Saturday night to just, I mean, get fucked up. And don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for that, and I love it at times. But girls bring something different. They bring, like a certain energy that guys just shit. I sound I to some people I probably sound pretty sexist in this century. In this day and age, or maybe not even sexist, but just a little bit insensitive, because there are guys who are more feminine, there are girls who are more masculine. But I'm talking in general. We just feel as if I don't know, girls are just different than guys in general, obviously. Um, you know, like I said, girls are responsible for the highest highs and the lowest lows. You know, they could make you feel as if you were literally Elvis Presley playing on the stage. They could make you feel like Freddie Mercury. Just they really are, and obviously in general, and just love, like romance, makes you feel like you are in the spotlight. You have another person, hopefully not multiple people, but if you're watching this video and you're like, hold on, I'm like talking to 4 people at once, get that shit sorted out. Like, goddamn, okay? Like, goddamn. Uh, they're just, they can make your life sunshine and rainbows, literally. But then, as there are equal and opposite charges to everything, they can make your life feel as if it's not worth living. Now, I've never felt such a thing. Thank God, I've never felt such a thing. But I know there are people out there, and I have friends myself who feel as if with something like that, specifically girls for me, because most of my friends are guys, that it's just not worth going through the emotional turmoil sometimes. And obviously, life is a long track, and it's always worth thugging it out, as my good friend would say. But it can make your life, they, it, what have you, whatever it is, can make your life hell. And I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Whether you be gay, whether you be straight, bisexual, pansexual, like everybody knows. Love really is the universal language. It really is. I mean, you could disagree politically. You have the left, you have the right. They are about as different from each other. Oh my God. The level of sheer, warfare that goes on between the two political parties right now. Jesus Christ. I don't want to get political. But you put those two people together and they start talking, and then they discuss their two loves, who they both love. You will be able to talk about that. You will be able to, there will be some things you understand. And whether you be too bigoted or too ignorant to admit that, fuck you if you're too bigoted or too ignorant to admit that. You're not that different from the people across the way. That's what's wrong with our country. Fuck, I got political again. Okay, back to the topic. So, I already mentioned girls. Right? So why don't we talk about something that's different from girls? Because, in my case, girls, but there's things other than love, than romance, that are important. There are things to... I mean, I wager in my personal life that there's literally nothing more important than romance or love, what have you. But, for some people, other things take priority. So, what about just life in general? So, being humiliated, going a step too far, or trying something new, and just being thrown back to the ground below where you started. Literally being knocked down 3 pegs instead of the one that, or staying on the same step that you would have if you didn't go. There's always not being good enough. We feel as if we don't deserve to be where we are, or the place that we want to be, we don't deserve to have that opportunity. That's always a thing, there's always going to be people there's always going to be people better than you, there's always going to be people worse than you. But the thing is I'm not going to be Michael Jordan. I'm not a very good basketball player. This is an example. But if I can be the best basketball player that I can be, I will have been a successful basketball player. And it's the same thing with everything in life. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter like what your hobby is. It doesn't matter what your passion is. But be the best in the world at it. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, Jesus, there are so many fucking zombies in today's society. For Christ's sakes, live a little. Go the extra mile. And yes, I know in general, and this is the overarching reason why people are afraid of, or why people overthink. People are afraid of failure. They're afraid, like I said before, they're afraid of being humiliated, that they're not good enough, etc., etc. But why? When you look back, when you really look at it, I mean, there's all these reasons. There's like with girls, it's like making mistakes, like having thoughts that we don't know about, or being not good enough. And then in general, it's like being afraid of failure, humiliation, stuff, shit like that. But why? We only live one life. While life is literally the longest thing that any of us will ever experience, it's actually quite short. I mean, I'm 17 years old, and it was almost, I feel like it was as if it was yesterday that I was 11 playing Fortnite Battle Royale. Anybody seeing this 10 years from now, Jesus, I mean, if that game's still running, what the fuck? But, I mean, Jesus, no, but back to what I was saying, I mean, life is so finite, life is, you're not going to experience that much in life. And why then do we feel as if like, no, you know what, I'm not going to take the shot. You know what, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do that. And I say we because I go through the same shit. Not necessarily with like, I'm a confident guy. I might even have a bit of an ego myself. But I mean, there's always certain things, there's like I I'm putting off homework right now to make this video. Why, on God's green earth, when you think about it, why would you not just do the homework and then just, sit on your ass and watch TikTok later? Don't even get me started on the problem with TikTok, but why would you not just do that? I mean, it makes so much more sense. Get it out of the way first. You're thinking about it immediately. You've finished the homework assignment, and then you can do whatever you want. But no, as a society, we've evolved into kind of pushing things off. And it's the same thing with like the way that we go about our lives. We really don't. You know what? I'll take the shot tomorrow. I'll get better tomorrow. But in actuality, what ends up happening is that you never take the shot. And sure, you didn't miss, so you can say that. You say, I didn't miss, and that's true. But you didn't even take the shot. You could have scored. And who cares if you miss? There's another possession. You know what I mean? Like, you will have another chance to shoot. And even if you keep missing, eventually, whether it be your second shot, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your 1,000th, your 1,000th shot, you will eventually make it. The odds are that you eventually will hit one of them. And don't make this into like like when you're at a party, ask every single girl to hook up with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, be my guest, but that's not the way to go about. This theory cannot be applied to everything. I mean, in general, it can, obviously, but with that, actually, I loved making this video. I loved it. I have a feeling nobody's gonna watch it, which is gonna make me sad, and I'll probably delete the channel. But with that being said, I took the shot, didn't I? I posted it. And, yeah. At least I can say tomorrow that I took a shot the day before. Tomorrow I'll take another shot. The day after that. And I'll just keep going. Keep on shooting, guys.